a few questions on quality and quality assurance and assurance and measuring quality of educational outputs. You talk about this in the book, but can you mention whether or not you're satisfied with the existing metrics of measuring quality of educational outputs, and what, if any, recommendations you have to improve on those?
Oh, yeah, that I could go on for a long time. We introduced quality assurance and key performance indicators at AUB when I was president, and I and at least in the abstract, believe in them, but boy, are they disruptive. I think I mentioned in the book that Lebanese University, the only public university in Lebanon, a big behemoth with about 70,000 students, at last reckoning had never signed on to the National Quality Assurance Initiative in Lebanon. Only private universities had. And one of the people in charge of Lebanese University said to me the basic reason was that the leadership of Lebanese University did not believe it had the authority to implement the key performance indicators that the quality assurance framework suggested should be implemented. They didn't have budgetary control, they didn't have policy control, they didn't have political control. And so why go through this humiliating exercise where you know you're going to fail? I think a lot of Arab universities would probably say the same thing. I did see when I was in Egypt some years ago, the entire quality assurance framework at Cairo University, which was very impressive. It hit all the right buttons and all the check boxes were there. But I don't think, having talked to some of the people responsible for it, that it was actually implemented. Again, because university leadership really couldn't be responsible for those KPIs. There was just too many levers that were beyond their reach or beyond their control. So even though they signed on, it was more theatrical than actual. I think in general, it's an important undertaking. I do suggest that, again, this is looking at results and arguing backwards to causes, that the international donor community, the World Bank and others, UNESCO, ESCWA, may see quality assurance as a way of innocuously triggering more far-reaching reform in higher education without scaring the hell out of political leadership. It's possible, but I think there may be that kind of calculus going on, that if we can get institutions to take these KPIs seriously, other much more far-reaching reforms may follow.